Season's greetings to our viewing audience. This is Miko Evans
Ariel Reyes.
and you're getting ready for a holiday episode of Meak Pro Media Special Edition News, so stay tuned. Woohoo! Season's greetings to our viewing audience, and welcome to another holiday episode of Meak Pro Media Special Edition News. Of course, you know this is your CEO, Miko Evans, founder of the world's first LGBTQ exclusive talent agency and production company. For more information about our agency and everything that we're getting ready to have in store for the upcoming 2025 year, please visit and check out all of the information that's located at the bottom of your screen. You should already be tuned in to our YouTube channel, so to follow up on all of our latest episodes, even the episodes you previously missed, please don't forget to click the like button at the bottom and subscribe and check out everything and all of the information that's located on this channel and at the bottom of your screen. All right, let's get to the meat of our show, man. We've been trying to get this brother here on the studio. In the studio since we first met him and stuff like that. So we had a chance to meet him at one of the Business Exchange networking events, which is part of the weekly networking event that's part of the Out Georgia Business Alliance. And this brother here just got an award this past Wednesday at the annual Community Honors event, which is one of the signature events for the Out Georgia Business Alliance, the state of Georgia's only LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce. And so congratulations on your award, brother.
Thank you. I'm very honored, very blessed to have gotten the award. Was not expecting it, but yes, I'm very happy.
Oh, shout out to brother Ariel Reyes, and we are so happy to have you here, man. How does it feel to, because I know you just found out about the chamber this year,
Yes.
so which is back in March of this year, right?
In March of this year.
And so how did you find out about the chamber?
Looking online, I didn't even know it existed, and I was searching online for, networking events, LGBTQ type networking events, and I came across Out Georgia, and then Out Georgia came across the Wednesday meetings, and that's how I found out about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was your first meeting? Because I'm trying to find out, was I there at your first meeting?
You were not.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
I still remember who was there in my first meeting. There was only about 5 of us there. It was interesting. I was going through a lot during that time, both professionally and personally.
Mm-hmm.
And, I went to that first meeting. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. And I was a little down, to be honest with you. I was a little down. Like my emotions were a little down. My attitude was a little down. And, that meeting was great. Bruce was there. Sergio, a couple other people were there. And they welcomed me with open arms. They were so, gracious and welcoming, and it was such a great meeting. I definitely did not leave there the way I came in. I felt very uplifted, and I haven't stopped going since then. So it was a great experience. Yeah.
You've been one of their frequent members, and I'm just really, really proud of you and everything that you've accomplished in your short time, and even being a part of the Out Georgia Business Alliance. Let's get into your personal testimony. Where do you hail from?
So I was born in Brooklyn, New York. My family's from Puerto Rico, though.
Okay.
So I was born in New York. About 3 years later, we all moved to Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow.
So my first language officially was Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
We came back to New York when I was around 9 years old. I did not speak a lick of English, and I struggled just like everybody else that comes to this country for the first time. But we grew up in New York until I was about 15, 16 years old. Then we moved to Georgia, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you was in your teens when you came to the South?
Yes, I was still in high school.
Wow.
Here, yes.
What inspired your family to move to the South?
Family, basically. I had an uncle that came, he was a minister, and he came down and, he said, Georgia's great, everybody's, we love the economy, we love the people. it's just a great state, and we all just started following,
Oh
and
wow.
we all came down.
What denomination is your father in when it comes to the ministry?
Pentecostal.
Oh, he's Pentecostal.
Yes. Yes,
I know
yes.
a little something about
I'm sure you do. I'm
that.
sure you do. Yes.
Oh, he was Pentecostal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was he did he have his own ministry or was he part of another ministry down here?
So it wasn't my father that had the ministry; it was my uncle that had the ministry.
Okay, gotcha.
But the whole family is all part of the same thing.
Uh-huh.
And he already had his own ministry, and he came down and he just grew the ministry here. I mean, I remember we were one of his first members. His church, there was probably about 20 of us. Now, the church has extended. You could call it a mega church, but it's not necessarily a mega church. But there's hundreds and hundreds of members in Georgia, and it has extended to a lot of the southern states here in the United States. So,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Big
Uh,
ministry.
huh?
Big ministry.
Oh
Yes.
wow, wow. Because I wanted to find out, did it start off Spanish speaking ministry or was it all inclusive?
It's always been Spanish speaking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know for those people that don't know, I've been noticing a lot of Spanish speaking Pentecostal churches popping up every now and then, in certain areas in the city
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And I remember when I first saw one, I was like, oh, okay. They starting out. I said, okay.
Oh no, we've been around for a while. No, we're starting out here in Georgia. Well, not
Hmm.
we. I'm not part of it, but Pentecostal churches, in Puerto Rico, they're huge. It's like probably second religion in Puerto Rico. First is Catholic, and the
Hmm.
second will be Pentecostal. And as Puerto Ricans started migrating to New York, Pentecostal became huge in New York as well.
Hmm.
And then they started migrating to all different states. So yeah, it's been they're all over.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah,
this is awesome.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your coming out story. When did you know that you was different?
Man, ever since I can walk, and
Oh,
ever since I started walking and started noticing, other little boys, I guess, and other men, I knew I was different. I knew I was different, which was tough growing up in a Pentecostal church, and
and
that,
also being from the Latinx community as well.
yes,
Hmm.
also being Latino and realizing that you're different and you're gay and you being told from day one that that's the worst thing that you can do and the worst thing
Hmm.
you can be. It was tough. It was tough. I officially came out when I was 18, though.
Oh wow,
Yeah, officially came out when I was
wow.
18, and that's I guess when I met my first boyfriend and I decided to move out of the house and all that. That's I guess when I got the courage and I said, okay, I'm gay and I'm out.
Uh, was the family very receptive, or was it still challenging with them?
Oh, it was definitely challenging. Especially
Hmm.
Pentecostal Latino family is definitely very challenging. Now, nobody, my mom, I remember when I told my mom, a tear came down one of her eyes, and I knew it was tough for her. But ever since then, she was very accepting.
Hmm.
She said, "I love you. You're my son, and that's never going to change." And it was, that was my biggest worry. Was my mom. I told my sister. She was also very accepting, and I told my brother as well. Back then I said, I'm only going to tell the people that I care about.
Absolutely.
I don't have to tell the whole world
Of course,
that
yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
gay. And then, little by little, everybody else started finding out. And, some people were very accepting. Other people didn't really talk to me all that much. But everybody showed me respect, which was all I asked for. So,
Hmm.
you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me, but show me respect.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, the rest is history.
Did you know, before we actually get into your entrepreneurial endeavors, did you know that you was going to actually be an entrepreneur for a time, or was it just something that happened by happenstance? What was your major in school?
Business. Business
Business.
administration was my major.
Hmm.
And I always knew.
Which college did you go to, by the way?
University of Phoenix.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I always knew that this was something I wanted to do full time. It's interesting because I was telling Liz, another one of our networking colleagues, I was telling Liz that I admired her because she started her business so young.
Hmm.
She's only
Hmm.
in her mid-20s, and she started the business so young. And I've always wanted to do that myself.
Wow.
But that fear, which I know it's a struggle for a lot of people that come out and start their own business. I'm sure it happened to you as well.
Yeah, because I started in my early 20s.
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
And just that fear, am I going to make it? Am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to be able to support myself? All those doubts, that just kept me in the corporate world, in the working world for what, I'm 47 now, so 40 something years. But I wish, if I can do it over again, I wish I would have done it a lot earlier than I did it now.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, what was that spark that said, okay, I'm going to start my business, but did you kind of get like into mentoring anything as far as how to exactly start and which industry to go into?
I've been doing this. I've been doing what I'm currently doing now. I've been doing it for a while now. So
Mm-hmm.
it just and I've been studying how to start a business for a long, long, long time as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it was. I guess sometimes you just get tired of what you're doing, right? For
Yeah.
so long, and you think about it, you think about it, you think about it. And I just like, you know what? If I don't do it now, I'm probably never going to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just did it.
Awesome, awesome.
Hmm.
Let's go into, before we actually go into your business and the services that you offer and provide, let's go ahead and take our only commercial break. And when we come back, we have more with Ariel Reyes. I wanted to
Nice,
make sure I
nice.
got it right.
You did good. You did good.
Right here on a holiday edition of Meek Pro Media Special Edition News. Please stay tuned. We have more in store. You're tuned in to Meek Productions syndicated shows. Don't go anywhere. We do have more in store.
Hey there, this is George Carlton, President of the Metro Atlanta Association of Professionals. Are you looking to expand your business, seeking employment connections, or want to grow your professional network but don't love traditional networking? The map is right for you. As Atlanta's first LGBTQ+ business association, we pioneered partnerships and networking with Atlanta's leading changemakers to help you connect authentically, in person and online, with people from diverse industries, identities, and histories. For more information about membership and being part of our legacy, visit our website at www.maapatl.org. Once again, that's mapatl.org. We look forward to connecting with you real soon.
Meek Productions is proud to be an official media partner for this organization.
Greetings, this is Darlene Hudson, co-founder of the Southern Unity Movement Incorporated. After our most recent national election, now more than ever is the time to be unafraid and ready for change. Join us as we stand powerful together at the annual Bayard Rustin Audre Lorde Community Breakfast, our official LGBTQ celebration for Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Monday, January the 20th, live at the Loudermilk Center in downtown Atlanta. Doors open at 9 a.m. and breakfast is served at 10. Free admission with RSVP. This event will not be possible without our annual donors, volunteers, and sponsors. For more information about being a sponsor, volunteering, and to RSVP, please visit southernunity.org. Once again, that's southernunity.org.
And we're back with the last half of our holiday edition of Meek Pro Media Special Edition News. We're at the end of our fall season. which is still our 15th anniversary season in media. And so thank you all so much for sticking with us and for still supporting us. Once again, don't forget to check out all of the information at the bottom of your screen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, so you can stay tuned with what's going on with us at Meak Pro Media Special Edition News. We're back with Ariel Reyes, the founder and CEO of Personal Assistant Star. So tell our audience, what is Personal Assistant Star?
Great question. We are a virtual assistant organization and an outsourcing organization as well. Now, a lot of people don't understand, okay, what's the difference between the two? Virtual assistants is more one-on-one, right? So let's say, you're a business owner and you don't want to be stuck in front of a computer all day long,
That's
right?
right.
You want to be out there, you want to be meeting clients, you want to be meeting customers, you want to be doing this, but you need help, right? You still have to run your business. A virtual assistant, somebody can, help you with your emails, help you with your social media, help you with pretty much anything that you want to delegate that you either don't want to do or cannot do. That's what a virtual assistant is. Outsourcing is more of a grander scale. Right? So let's say you have a big company, right, and you have let's say a call center, and you take inbound calls, and you don't want to hire 20, 30, 40, 50 people, right, to take those calls. Well, you can hire a company like
Absolutely.
ours, and then we can take those calls for you, right? It's typically a lot cheaper to do it that way. If you have to hire employees, which I'm not saying don't hire employees, if that's where you feel that your business needs to do, then great, awesome. But hiring employees can be very expensive.
It
right?
sure can.
Not only are the wages expensive, but you got to think about benefits. You have to think about taxes. You got to think about all these different things.
A lot of people don't understand that.
It's a lot. It's a lot to run a business. And when you hire a company like ours, you don't have to worry about all that overhead, all that additional cost. It's pretty much a package that we agree upon, or an hourly rate that we agree upon, which is typically a lot cheaper than if you hired an employee. And that's pretty much it.
Wow. Tell people about the importance of having a personal assistant or any of the services like you provide, because one of the things that I've been doing for a long time, like I said, I've been a solo entrepreneur for a minute, but it was never my intention to stay a solo entrepreneur. So trying to go to the next level and trying to scale your business can be very challenging and stuff like that. So, and a lot of people don't understand that starting out by outsourcing before you actually thinking about getting staff is really a good solution into doing that. So kind of tell us a little bit more about the importance of having an outsource or a personal assistant.
Yep. So there's a difference. There's you're either working in your business or you're working on your business.
That part.
Right. And I think a lot of people don't understand is that most businesses fail. I would say about almost 80% of businesses fail within the first year because business owners spend more time working in their business versus
working on the business.
Exactly.
That's right.
So working in the business is what I just explained earlier. You're in front of your computer. You're working on emails. You're working on sending proposals, or you're working on your social media. You're working on all these different things that operational. You need to do these things, right? But then who's out there talking to your customers? Who's out there growing your business? Who's out there growing your everything as a whole? Typically, it's you as the business owner. You're responsible for that. Until you get to a point where you can hire somebody that can also do that for you. But until you get to that point, you need people that you can delegate these tasks to so that they can handle that for you, and then you can be out there working on your business, right? Growing your business versus working in your business.
Absolutely. And it's also important that you actually, when it comes to finding outsources, you want to make sure that you find outsources that can relate to the purpose and the vision of your business.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things that I always teach in my entrepreneurial consulting classes and sessions is that you have to make sure that you're equally yoked. Going to take a little cue from the church right quick. You got to make sure that you're equally yoked and that you gel with whoever it is that you work with. The synergies have to be there.
Yes.
That's very important, even when it comes to what you offer as a personal assistant.
Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. That is so important. That is very much a key to the success of you delegating this job, is that you have to align with that other organization. It's important that the visions are similar, that the attitudes are similar, that you both believe in the same things. A lot of times people go, they search online. There's a lot of companies like mine out there. They search online, they find typically the cheapest one, and that's who they go with. A lot of times that fails. That doesn't work out, right? Because they don't have the same vision you do. They don't really feel, they don't see your vision. They don't see what you're trying to do. So that's why when I I don't accept every client that actually approaches me because of that same reason. So I do what's called a pre-interview. I do an actual interview. I do an onboarding call. So I do several steps to try to figure out if we're a good fit for each other. If I'm going to be able to provide the services that you're expecting me to provide. If you and I are good communicators. One of the reasons I started my own business is because I got tired of working with people that I just didn't want to work with. That included bosses, that included managers, that included a lot of clients that I just didn't want to work with. I dreaded going into work on any particular day because I just didn't want to face these people. I didn't want to work with these people. As a business owner, I do have the luxury of, if I don't want to work with you, I don't have to work with you.
Absolutely.
And I can pretty much tell that during those first interviews if we're going to be a good match for each other and if we're going to be able to be successful.
You know what? I'm so grateful you talked about this because I think a lot of people fail to realize, speaking of being equally yoked, you also have to make sure that when you're in business, we know that it can be challenging. That's why, entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. You got to know that you're destined to do this. One of the things that I've learned over the years, because next year will be my 30th anniversary in entrepreneurship, and one of the things that I've noticed is that you cannot operate in desperation.
Yes, correct.
You cannot operate in desperation. I don't even care how dark it gets with your business. The lights may be getting ready to get cut off, or you may be behind on your office rent or anything like that. But you cannot get caught up in desperation.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's based in fear.
Yes.
When emergency situations come up, you have to make sure that you critically think. And one of the biggest resources that can assist and support you in doing that is, once again, being around like-minded people and being around people that understand your struggle. Because entrepreneurship can be a lonely road, especially when you're a solo entrepreneur. Go ahead and continue.
It's interesting that you say that because during our Wednesday meetings, we typically select a couple of people to do a 7-minute presentation. And during my last presentation, I talked about GOAT, greatest of all time, right? But then I associated it with actual goats, mountain goats, right? That they have to climb, to get to the top, and the struggles that it takes, to get to the top. And I associated with us business owners. We have a lot of struggles on a daily basis. We have to face fears, we have to face doubts, we have to face other people, competitors, et cetera, et cetera. But one of our biggest enemies is our own mind, right? It's the fears that we put upon ourselves, and those fears stop us from, again, getting to the top of the mountain. There's definitely going to be struggles, right? As business owners, there's going to be economical, finance issues, competitors. There's going to be all these different things, but a lot of those things we make them worse in our own minds, right? Which ends up getting us stuck and end up failing in what we're trying to do. Absolutely. Because of our own fears, because of our own, struggles, mentally. So, I told people, or I usually tell people, get out of that rut, right? Stop second, guessing yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Just do it. Keep climbing. You're gonna get there. Even for these events, these Wednesday events, I tell people, just get there. Just go there. Even if you don't think you're gonna meet anybody, even if you don't think you're gonna find your next client or your next customer, get there. You never know what's going to happen. Whether it's that networking event or whatever networking event. I go to many networking events. This is my favorite, of course, but I'm also always searching. And even sometimes I go to women's networking events. They look at me like, what is he doing here? You never know.
You never know, yeah.
They may not be a good client of mine, or they may not be a good customer of mine, but they know somebody that will.
Absolutely.
So it's all about getting there. It's all about keep pushing yourself and stop doubting yourself. Excuse me.
No, and which also goes back to what I was saying about being equally yoked. We have to make sure that we're around people that's not only going to the same direction that we're going, but that actually being around like-minded people where you can actually, give encouragement, give advice, and you're in a situation where you don't feel like you're always by yourself. And I love what you said, because sometimes I don't feel like going to networking events. Sometimes I don't feel like that and stuff, because so much is happening both on the personal end and on the professional end. But like I said, when you have that supportive system there, and sometimes just going, even if it's a virtual networking event, sometimes just connecting with other people. lets you know that you're not alone and you're not by yourself, So yeah, because sometimes, like I said, you can get stuck in that rut.
Yes.
And you have, sometimes you do need that spark and that push to get you out of that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I do as well. Again, it's all. I'll go back to what I said earlier about liking the people that you work with, right? And this is a blessing and a curse for me. Is sometimes I care too much, right? So when you're my client, when you're part of my team now, I care about your success as a business. I care about what you're trying to do. I've worked with brand new business owners, and I not only do I help them with the whatever they need, whatever delegation they want to go in and give us, but I help them grow their business. It's like, or I help them. You know what? Have you thought about doing this, or have you thought about doing that, or have you? I give them ideas to help them continue to grow their business. I've had business owners come to me and say, Ariel, I'm good at. I had this physician as a client, and she did coaching sessions, and she also rented apartments to medical students, which is a very, very good, great idea that she came up with. But she told me one day, she's like, Ariel, I'm good at the coaching part, right? And I have the apartments to rent out. I'm just not good at the business part. I'm not good about putting all this together. I'm not good about, running it on a day-to-day basis. And I said, well, that's what I'm here for.
Wow.
I can do all that for you. You just worry about doing your coaching. You worry about, continue to do what you do best. And, and I think that's where I think a lot of times my clients and I have that good connection and have that good vision because we're here to help each other.
Absolutely.
We're here to bring each other up and continue to climb.
In closing, what is it that you would like to leave our audience, since this is the end of the year? And we get ready to go into a whole new year, a whole new trip around the sun collectively. What words of inspiration and encouragement can you leave our audience, especially for those who are actually already in business or even looking to step out on faith and start their business?
2024 is a tough year. It was a tough year politically, many, many challenges. I say, look at 2024, look at all the things that you did great, and then continue to do those. Look at the things that you didn't like. We all did things that we didn't like or that didn't work for us. And then, make the flip, change them so that in 2025 you can do much, much better than what you did in 2024. I also inspire people to build relationships. We've been talking about these networking events. These networking events is about building relationships. I want to build relationships with my colleagues. I want to build relationships with my employees. I want to build relationships with with everybody that there's a saying that says, people 10 years down the line, people may not remember how you dress, or they may not remember, what job you had, but they're always going to remember how you make them feel. And that is so true. I still get messages from employees that I had 10, 15, 20 years ago saying, Ariel, I still remember how you listened to me and how you were there for me and how you made me feel. You made me feel safe. You made me feel like I can come and talk to you. You made me feel all these different things. And to hear those messages still 15, 20 years down the line, it's about building the relationships and making people feel different. Like you've inspired them. You've done something in their lives to just make them better people. So get out there, continue to grow your business, make those connections, and build those relationships. And that's my advice. That's what I've done throughout my whole life, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Great way to end our show, man. And for all parties involved who are viewing our show right now, if you would like to check out Personal Assistant Star, please check out all of the information that's located at the bottom of your screen. That's www.personalassistantstar.com. And you can also reach him on social media. You're mostly on what, LinkedIn?
LinkedIn and Facebook.
And Facebook and stuff. So be sure to check him out. All of the information, once again, is located at the bottom of your screen. Ariel, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you. We finally got a chance to actually get him on the show, y'all.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here and talking to your audience. And hope we can do it again soon.
Yeah, we can. And hopefully we can do some business soon, because I think I'm going to need your services real soon.
Definitely.
Okay? And to those of you in our audience right now, we have, I think, about 2 more episodes to give you all before the end of the year. So once again, happy holidays to everybody that's viewing. And we look forward to hearing from you and hopefully seeing you real soon. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with what's going on with Meak Pro Media Special Edition News. Happy holidays, y'all.